שיר למעלות, אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי, עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ, אל ייתן למות רגלי. בנים ושבו בנים ושבו.
Hi, I'm Eli Steinfeld and I'm a lone soldier in the Israeli army. I'm in Unit Golani.
Hi, my name is Danny Foreman and I'm a chayal bodedim serving in Chela Totchanim, which is the artillery forces.
Hi, my name is Zach Fagan. I'm from Highland Park, New Jersey, and I'm presently a chayal bodedim in the Golani Brigade.
Hi, my name is Joseph Landsberg. I'm a chayal bodedim from London in England, and I'm in Golani 12.
ושבו בנים לגבולם, ושבו בנים ושבו בנים.
My decision for me to join the army was pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, you know, I'm Jewish, this is our country, it needs to be defended by someone, and I figured, why not me if I'm able to?
So since I was a very young child, I've always wanted to join the Israeli army. I've always wanted to be a soldier. But so that I wanted to be a bigger part of this country. I wanted to be I wanted to really feel like an Israeli, and I felt that by joining the Israeli army, I thought it was a very important decision, and it wasn't easy.
One of the many reasons that I decided to join the Israeli army was that I knew that eventually I wanted to start my life here in Israel and live here. And I felt that serving in the army and giving what I can would ensure me the best life here in Israel.
My parents originally were not cool with it. It took a 4-page letter and about 5 months to convince them. They're very proud of me.
So it wasn't an easy decision, not only for me, but for my family.
The army is a difficult place for anyone to be in. For a regular soldier, it's difficult. You have your officers yelling at you, you have your physical difficulties. It's hard.
When you get screamed at and treated like dirt, shmiro, gun, you have no time, you don't see your house, your friends, you don't speak to anybody. If you have a girlfriend, forget about it. It's horrible, you're depressed most of the day.
But there's especially difficult for a chayal bodedim. He has to deal with life outside of the army in addition to life inside the army, because he doesn't have someone outside of the army to deal with it for him.
One of the biggest issues I've had in the army was the Hebrew, obviously. You know, I'm American and born, and that's my first language.
When I first joined the army, I was really nervous about being in the army with Israelis. I've never really been in a fully Israeli environment. So, friends, and it's kind of nice because now we share parts of our culture with them, and they share parts of their culture with us.
So being a chayal bodedim, one of the challenges is of course the language, and so I remember I have a funny story. So in one of the first weeks of the army, we had to get our guns, and I was one of the last people to get my guns. So my sergeant came up to me and he goes, "Lech lekabel et haneshek shechem menishkia," which means go and get your gun from the armory. Now, I had no idea really what he was saying. I was trying to work it out. I was kind of like, what's the shorish, really? So I realized that nishkia, nishika, he must be talking about a kiss. And nishkia is an armory, and nishika is a kiss. Very easily mistaken. So I'm standing there, and he's saying, go and get it, go and get it. I'm standing there going, oh my goodness, this guy wants to kiss me. This is kind of awkward. So he says again, Joe, lech lekabel et haneshek menishkia. I'm standing there, I go, what do I do? And he starts shouting at me. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do this half right. And I took a step forward. And he went crazy. He's like, what are you doing? And I said to him, I have no idea. Like, what do you want from me? So he picked up his gun and he goes, get this from that building over there.
So in terms of my service, I've been stationed first up in the Hermon, which is up by the Syrian and Lebanese border, and then I've been here, which is in Gaza, and it's been quite an experience.
The army was a learning experience for me. I found out that I could do things I never thought I could, both physically and mentally.
And I realized that the point of the service is not to be the hero or to be, just the odd man out, but to be part of the unit, to stand together and do your part, whatever that means, however that means.
If you asked a Jew 65 years ago that was going to be Eretz Yisrael and an Israeli army, what would they have said to you? And when I went into the Israeli army with that on my head, I realized that being in the Israeli army is not only an experience, but it's a merit and a privilege. And so that's one of the reasons that I went in. And on the other side, when I've come out of the army, I really feel like I've made a massive difference.
מכפר סבא נראות לי לרגע כמותן רוחות ממלחמה איפה התקווה עוברות שנים ללא תשובה נשאר לנשק את לחייך לפני שאלך לזכור מה שהשארתי